I guess we could call them the Stags of tomorrow, as they will eventually take over our DeMatha basketball program. So I'm very excited to see these Stags in action. Substitution, number 24, Jaden Wells for Bishop McNamara. Inbound play call. Shot no good. Off of the knees of number 23, Solomon Davis. McNamara ball. Number 3, Braylon Osborne will inbound for McNamara. Passes into number 1, CJ Lee. CJ Lee will bring the ball up the court racing. We got a foul on number 5, Zach Thomas for the Stags. Got to get an inbounder from McNamara. Corner 3, no good. Great hustle by number 24. Stags on the fast break, 4 on 5. That's another turnover for the Stags. Basket by number 22 for Bishop McNamara. Travel called on the Stags. Another turnover for number 23, Solomon Davis. Folks, the score is still 11-6. Substitution is coming in for the Stags. Zach Thomas will come out. Number 15, Malachi Phillips will come in. Tyler Stevens will take that reach and foul as he fouls CJ Lee. Stags putting a lot of pressure in this full court press right now. Almost steal by the Stags. That time it is a steal for the Stags. Turnover for Bishop McNamara. Bad pass there. Bishop McNamara really sold the matchup zone right there to get the Stags to almost make a costly turnover. Passes inside. 3-second violations. That will be another turnover for the Stags. These teams combined have got 7 turnovers in the first quarter thus far. As Bishop McNamara will run the floor. Almost like it's a fast break. Shot no good. Ball poked out by the Stags. Bishop McNamara ball. The inbound. McNamara drawing up the same play, but as before, we got a foul called, almost a 4-point play. Jeremiah Boyer will take that foul, as Braylon Osborne will go to the line. He'll shoot 3 free throws. He'll miss the first. Oh, excuse me. It looks like he'll shoot. Oh, no, folks, I was correct. He will shoot 2 more free throws. He'll make the second one. The lead will be cut down to 4. Stags are still up 11-7. One more shot for Osborne. And it's good. Stags will quickly inbound. Definitely took Bishop McNamara a little bit to get set up, but the Stags cannot make them pay. Osborne will bring the ball up the court. Almost a steal. What a block. No! And they will call a shooting foul on number 15, Malachi Phelps. Folks, from where I'm standing, that indeed did look clean. Ref saw something different. It looks like Dean Solomon might be injured on the play, folks. We'll take an injury timeout right now. Folks, he will get up. I believe he will be subbed out of the game due to injury right now. Looks like an ankle injury. Something that you never want to see in this game of basketball. Number 10, Zach Law Gabriel will check in, and he will take Solomon's free throws. He'll miss the first. Jaden Wells also checked in a while ago, folks, for McNamara. Stags will inbound. Moving the ball around. Just trying to find that open man, trying to beat this zone. Jump ball. Great play by number 1, Vincent Ordorian. Ordinance will come out. Stags will go a little big right now as looks like Jeremiah Boyer will check back in. Three's up, no good. Boyer with the rebound. Corner 3. No good. Boyer with another rebound. Great offensive rebound right now. The third 3 in a row for the Stags will be off. McNamara will take the ball up. 3's up, and it's good. Braylon Osborne seems to be the only offense for McNamara right now as they will take the lead, folks. It is 12-11. Bishop McNamara's up. 2 minutes and 56 seconds left to go in this quarter. We'll be right back. All right, folks, same 5, for the Stags. Number 4, Jaden Abraham will check in for Bishop McNamara. Great ball movement. Steal by Jaden Abraham. Looking for a double dribble right there. Abraham will take it. Double team by the Stags. Pass inside. It'll be good for Jaden Wells. Bishop McNamara will go up by 3 with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in this quarter. Tough shot there by number 11, Tyler Stevens. McNamara will run a fast break with Osborne. Osborne will kick out to Abraham. Abraham over to number 10, Zach Law Gabriel, who will hit the three-pointer. Stags are searching for anything right now as they do not want to go down versus this team. Turnover by Boyer. It's the 5th turnover for the Stags. McNamara just really trying to come up with something right now. Swinging the ball over. Great ball movement by McNamara. 2-on-3. Stags can't convert. You got a double dribble. Another turnover for the Stags. Zach Thomas will take that one. Stags are frustrated right now. Driscoll will come in for the Stags. Along with Ordenis. Shots up, shots good. Braylon Osborne again, making plays for Bishop McNamara. About 35 seconds left in this first period. Back down. Dennis will take the ball. No foul, clean block. Turnover. He's all by himself. He'll finish at the rim. 20 seconds left in this first quarter. And a costly turnover, unnecessary turnover by the Stags as they do not get the inbound pass in correctly. Stags will call a timeout. Definitely want to talk that over. 19 seconds left. The Stags are down by 10. 11-21 is our score. Bishop McNamara will take over right now. Almost a turnover there for Bishop McNamara. Osborne will take the ball. What a find. And what a block. Stags ball. Stags will let this ball roll up to the floor with 8 seconds left in the first quarter. 3, 2. The shot is no good. Driscoll almost made them pay for leaving him open. Folks, we'll be back in 1 minute to start the second quarter. Alrighty, folks, and we're back to begin this second quarter. All I can say is for McNamara, Braylon Osborne is just leading the charge for this team. The Stags are struggling to come up with any offense right now. 7 turnovers in that only first period. There's a turnover from McNamara. In total, that would be their 4th. We've got a bit of a mess at the scores table right now, but we are back, folks. We're fine. The game will continue. Stags in a man-to-man right now. Pass down to big man. Number 24 cannot finish. Drayden Wells cannot finish that bucket. We got a foul on number 12 for the Stags. Landon McKelvey, excuse me. First shot's no good. He'll get one more shot. No good, but a rebound by Bishop McNamara. Zach LaGravia grabbed that rebound. Steal by the Stags. Boyer. He'll get it poked loose. He wants a foul call. He will not get it. It will stay with the Stags, though. Foul on number 10, Zach LaGravia. Or the number 23, K.N. Walton. Ball will stay with the Stags, though. Stags are moving the ball around. They've got 10 seconds to come up with something, or it's a shot clock violation. Oh, he's ripped. Oh. We've got a foul on number 3 for the Stags, Driscoll. That's a very hard foul, though. It looks like that will be a flagrant 1. That'll be a flagrant 1. Foul was on Braylon Osborne. Osborne will shoot. So he'll shoot 2 free throws. Just a costly foul for the Stags. Possibly an unnecessary one, as it looked like he grabbed him, trying to foul him, but the momentum just took him down with him and ended up looking like he was trying to tackle him instead of foul him. Osborne will knock down both free throws, as Bishop McNamara will take a 13-point lead. Folks, we're about almost 2 minutes into the second quarter. Things are really looking bad for the Stags. This freshman team is really struggling right now. Well, this Mustangs team just looking great. Back out to Abraham. Abraham will split through the defense. He'll pass that off to number 24, Jaden Wells. He'll miss the shot. Rebound by number 3, Driscoll. He'll drive the hoop. He'll lose the ball. Turnover by the Stags again. Pass to number 0. He'll take the mid-range pull-up. He will airball that shot. Ball is off number 24, Jaden Wells. But honestly, folks, I cannot even be mad at that. That is a great, great dive for the ball. Great hustle, what you want to see in your players. Ordonez will bring this ball up for the Stags. Got a foul called on number 4, Jaden Abraham. That will be the third foul. The fourth foul for these Mustangs. Number 20 will shoot that. Jeremiah Boyer will knock that down. Mustangs take over. Abraham will bring the ball up. Pass to number 0. Gola. Splits the defense. Tough floater, and it goes in. Bishop McNamara continue to stay on the attack, not even giving the Stags a chance to come back. Oh, number 23 will miss the layup. He'll get another chance, though. And he gets blocked by Braylon Osborne, doing everything on offense and on defense. Folks, this is a great performance. He is only a freshman. Stags ball. Step back. No good. Mustangs on the fast break. Mustangs are going to slow it down as that was a clear 3-on-1 fast break. Don't want to do that. Number 0, Gola will be on the drive again. This time he can't finish, though. Number 0 for the Stags will take the shot. He'll miss. Number 3, Braylon Osborne will bring the ball up for these Mustangs. Oh, I thought he walked there, but no call. Number 24 put a shot up, and he'll make it. Jaden Wells and Braylon Osborne have been this offense, heart and soul, I guess, if you want to say, of this team thus far. Nice bucket by number 23, Solomon Davis. Stags will change it to a 2-3. Try to stop that inside presence. Stags 2-3 will break down. Osborne tried to get another shot there. He'll miss this time. Number 0, another shot. Here come the Mustangs on offense on the fast break. Shot will miss. Number 20, Jeremiah Boyer will get the ball. Boyer will take this. Pass to Dennis. Foul is called on number 0. Goal out for the McNamara Mustangs. Substitutions for both teams. Number 11, Tyler Stevens will come in for number 20, Solomon Davis. And number 22 and number 122 will be Javaris Laziter. And number 1, CJ Lee will check back in. 23, Solomon Davis will finish that. Blocked by blocked by Davis. O'Durners cannot finish. Steal by the Stags. They're gonna call it travel though. Possibly should have been a jump ball call, but refs will call what they want to call. Number 24, Jaden Wells will come out, get a quick breather for Zach Law Gabriel as he'll check in. Stags will show 2-3. That will be a turnover by Braylon Osborne. That is one of the few times that I've seen him do anything wrong this game. Orderness cannot finish at the rim. Rebound by the Mustangs. Timeout called by the Mustangs. They're up 18-27. We got 2 minutes and 36 seconds left in this second period. Both teams are probably eyeing on almost getting to the bonus thus far. The Stags are getting very close to a 1-on-1 situation pretty soon. What can I say about the Stags and the Mustangs? The Mustangs have just played really great basketball this far. I absolutely love the hustle by Jaden Wells. And like I said, Braylon Osborne can't do no wrong today. On the Stag side, a lot of troubles with shot making, with ball control. Still got 8 turnovers thus far. They've taken better care of the ball this far, but they are getting in a lot of foul trouble. As we come back after this timeout, Stags will stay in this 2-3. Steal by number 0 for the Stags, Justin Howard. Oh, we got a hard foul, blocking foul. Stags will inbound. Here comes Boyer in for McKelvey. Referee's having some trouble on figuring out what to make the call as. Almost a turnover for the Stags. Instead, the ball will be out of bounds on Bishop McNamara. That ball either went out on Braylon Osborne or number 22, Javaris Lazeter. Sorry, excuse me. O'Daniels will take the ball. That's another turnover for the Stags, folks. That is 9 thus far in total. We got a block there. Stags will run the fast break. And a great finish by O'Daniels. The Mustangs will come back. Got a travel on number 10, Zachwell Gabriel. It's another turnover for the Mustangs. Number 20 will take it all by himself. No, he'll dump it off to number 23, Solomon Davis. Stags have cut this lead down to 5 with 1:30 left in the second quarter. There's a block by Davis. Davis falls on the floor. The ball is saved. Sadly, you cannot do that, number 0, Justin Howard. He saved the ball from out of bounds and then tried to take the ball back. Folks, you cannot do that in this sport. Bishop McNamara struggled with ball control. This Stags defense has come alive in the second quarter, as they are only down by 5 after being down by the most 10 in the first quarter. Missed shot, rebound by McNamara. Pass fake, he'll get in there. Foul will be called. Number 22, Javaris Lazeter will go to the line. First shot will be no good. One more shot. Try to extend this lead to a 6-point lead with 56 seconds left in this second quarter. Also, no good. Stags will get back. That's another turnover for the Stags, folks. That's another turnover for the Mustangs, too. Layup good by our Durners. Stags down by 3, 25 seconds left in this first half. Almost another steal. A block by Davis. It'll stay with the Mustangs. Great defense by the Stags. 10 seconds left. Shot clock is turned off. Stags are only down by 3 in this first half. 4, 3, 2, 1. Shot. No good. Justin Howard, 0 for 3 from 3. Folks, that's halftime, and we'll be back with a brief halftime show for you folks at home. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, folks, welcome back. We'll do a quick halftime show for you. I'm joined by fellow video broadcasting teacher, Mr. Corey Puffett here.
How you doing, Deshaun?
I'm doing pretty well. I would say the Stags are doing pretty well too, as they've cut this lead down to 3 points after being down by 10 in the first quarter.
Yeah, a bit of a slow start for the Stags. Freshman team, a little cold out of the gate, but did a nice job of working their way back into it. A lot of fight in those young men.
Yep. From what I've seen in that first half, the problem with both teams has been the turnovers. 9 turnovers each. Not gonna win you a lot of basketball games.
No, but it is typical with the freshmen. Ball handling isn't quite there yet. Still got to grow into their bodies, and a lot of fundamental work yet to be done. But this is the level where you get a chance to see who has promise, who's going to be the ones to step up to JV next year, or maybe even make the leap straight to varsity as a sophomore.
Number 20, Jeremiah Boyer, he came out with great intensity. He seemed like the leader of the Stags there out on the court. And someone I really want to talk about during this halftime is Braylon Osborne for the Mustangs. It just looked like he could do no wrong out there. Making shots, playing great defense. It was beautiful basketball. It really was.
And speaking of the Mustangs, they are back out on the court. Just a quick talk from their coach, I guess, in the locker room. Not a whole lot to say. They've played pretty well. So get them back out on the court, let them warm up, stay in the flow, stay in the rhythm, get some shots up, and we'll be seeing the Stags back out here pretty shortly.
Yeah, the foul situation has been pretty rough on both squads thus far. 7 fouls for the Stags, 6 fouls for the Mustangs. How do they fix this?
At the freshman level, you're going to see some fouls. You're going to see some turnovers. 7 and 6 really isn't too bad. That's only one team in the bonus at all, and barely so. So if they can keep it at that level in the second half, they should be okay. The important thing is, your top players, freshmen. With freshman teams, you're going to see a larger gap in talent from your top players to your bench players. So you want to make sure you keep those guys out of foul trouble. That's the important thing.
Yeah, I think the Stags did a great job of that in the second quarter, as they went from the full court press into a 2-3 zone to kind of limit that fouling.
Yeah, and they may get a little more aggressive early in the second half. That wouldn't surprise me at all. But if they do have to switch back, they already have seen how it works. But it's going to be a feel thing. They had some success down the stretch, closing the gap. Maybe they decide to come out in the second half same way they closed out the first half.
The Mustangs, probably that whole first half, stayed in a matchup zone, which really confused the Stag freshmen, which led to a lot of those turnovers.
Yeah, a lot of these different defensive looks, younger players are not as familiar with. And even though they may have seen it before, they may not be as adept at countering them, right? They haven't seen it so many times that it's just kind of secondhand nature how to attack it like it will be in a couple of years.
Solomon Davis for the Stags, he started off pretty slow, missed a lot of shots, but in that second quarter, he really started to heat up. I would love to see him continue to not only grow as a player, but, just grow, in this game right now, as the Stags are still down by 3. Not a huge gap, but he's going to be one of the scorers for the second half that the Stags lean on.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he reacts to the halftime break. Some players, that break can really take you out of your rhythm, especially, at a younger age. That's just how it is at the freshman and JV levels. But if he can come back out shooting the way he was in that second quarter, that's definitely going to be key to the Stags, finishing the job of climbing out of that hole and hopefully going on to a victory.
I'll definitely say that the Mustangs have definitely surprised the Stags here, as it seemed like during pregame, the Stags weren't goofing off per se, but it seemed like they thought that this was going to be a game for them to win. with not too much work, but Mustangs came out very strong, really gave them a run for their money in the first quarter, and I think that in the second quarter, that's when the Stags realized that they had to take this team a lot more serious. And they did, as they, like I said, they've lowered this lead down to 3 as they look to get back into it.
Yeah, when you're talking about, the varsity team, I think there are people who are surprised that the Mustangs are 11-0. But we've seen the record, and it's much harder to hide your success when you're a varsity team, whereas freshman and JV teams, they maybe don't do the same level of film study and research on their upcoming opponents that you see at the varsity level. So you may look at it as, okay, well, the Mustangs varsity team is having a really good year, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the freshman and JV teams are doing better, but you can't assume that that's not the case.
Yeah.
Usually success does have a tendency to trickle down in a sense. You get some good players at the varsity level, it's going to attract more talent at the younger levels too.
All right, folks, we've got 1 second left. And would you looky there? Second half has started.
And let's get into it. So on the Stags side, we're going to have number 11, Tyler Stevens, handling inbound duties to start the second half. Vincent Ordonez is out there, number 1, along with Jeremiah Boyer. We've got Solomon Davis. And Tyler Stevens he drove into the lane, nothing there. Good rebound by Stevens. That was Davis, Solomon Davis with the rebound and the putback.
I'd say the halftime so far hasn't affected him.
No, good job down on the boards. On the other end, McNamara working it inside. No good by Gullet. Rebounded by the Stags, pushed up court. And there goes that ball handling there.
Almost another costly turnover for the Stags there.
No, but touched out of bounds by McNamara. So the Stags will retain possession. No turnover that time. Definitely need to work on the ball handling, though.
Yeah.
Good entry pass. And the put in by Solomon Davis once again. 4 quick points.
Davis looked to just body the defender there. Smaller defender. Took advantage of what was given to him.
Dean Solomon lost it on the pass, and on the other end, that's number 5, Zach Thomas, who finishes it up for the Stags.
And just like that, Stags are back in this one.
Yep, a 3-point halftime deficit turns into a 3-point lead. And right there, just poor passing. Jeremiah Boyer tried to get it to Tyler Stevens, who had his back turned, but the Stags lucky to get it back. And then a backcourt violation on the Stags.
11 turnovers for the Stags. This is what got them into their 10-point hole before. But I think that the scoring from Solomon Davis will help them stay out of it.
C.J. Lee at the top of the key. They're going to work it around the arc. Mustangs, good pass inside. A little bit wide, though. And that took Dean Solomon out of his sweet spot. Couldn't knock it in.
Would have been a nice finish.
See what the Stags do on offense now. In the corner for 3. Oh, bad roll. Unkind to Tyler Stevens. Had to rim out. And on the other end, Braylon Osborne with the layup. Sometimes that happens. Not every bounce is going to go your way, even on your home court. It was a good shot, though, for the Stags. On the other end, ball's tied up. Vincent Ordonez went down hard, out of bounds on McNamara, and DeMatha will retain possession.
I will say Ordonez has been also a vocal point for the Stags. His defensive intensity, you could tell that when the Stags were down, he really wanted them to come back by his intensity and emotion. these are guys you want on your team. Just guys who are going to stay in the game at all costs.
No good on the 3 by Zach Thomas. And Jeremiah Boyer couldn't power it in. Mustangs ball. Hard drive, Boyer with the steal. And he's going to take it all the way and finishes with the right hand.
Finish over the shorter guard, Braylon Osborne, right there.
On the other end, Mustangs, ooh, nice no-look pass. Can he finish? And that's going to be a travel on Javaris Lassiter.
Great pass, all for nothing it seems.
I don't know if you saw that, Deshaun, but the ball went up and back down
Yes,
through the basket on that.
I definitely saw that.
Ordonez pass to the corner. He'll take it back. Entry pass. Can they finish? Oh, good pass out of the double team, but couldn't finish by Zach Thomas. McNamara on the break. It's a 3-on-3. Open look from the corner. Little strong by C.J. Lee. No good. Rebounded by the Stags.
That's the effects of the freshman team. They're not going to knock down those open shots and make other teams pay.
Another try by Ordonez from out there. Another bad bounce, but he'll get the block on the other end. It'll stay with McNamara, but a great defensive play.
That's the intensity I've been talking about with Ordonez. I mean, he's a great player. I mean, he wants to win. He wants to be that leader, and he was that leader on defense on that play.
You can't teach a high motor. Open look from the corner. And that one is nothing but net for Braylon Osborne. And that'll tie this game up at 32 all.
I can't wait to see Braylon Osborne next year.
Almost halfway through this third quarter play, moving right along. Osborne, spot up and shoot. No good this time. And the Stags will get it. Pass ahead, it's 2-on-1. Ordonez couldn't finish, but it's rebounded under the basket by Solomon Davis, and he'll finish.
That layup by Ordonez might have been tipped too. Possible block there.
It's a great pass by Zach Thomas to find him on that break. It's good teamwork.
Great ball movement.
Yeah, Mustangs, definitely some good ball movement, good passing on both sides these last few possessions. Right there, that was Javaris Lassiter who finished at the rim for McNamara. That'll keep the game tied, now 34 apiece, 3:30 to go in the third quarter. And that'll be a foul against Lassiter. And that should send Solomon Davis to the line.
Two fouls this far. Very early though. I mean, it's only the third quarter. We're about a little over 4 minutes in. Hopefully the Stags can knock down their free throws though. I mean, that's been also a problem for the Stags. They've gotten fouled a lot of times, but haven't been able to finish at the free throw line. As I say that, Davis misses.
It's an important skill to develop. You got to put the time in at the line. You know, if you can't convert at the free throw line, it really, it limits what you can do offensively. You can't be as aggressive because you're going to get fouled when you're driving to the hoop. But if you're not going to convert it at the free throw line, there's no point in doing that. You may as well try and find an open space for a mid-range shot. Davis missed both free throws there. Osborne to goal out around to C.J. Lee. Good defense to start this possession for the Stags. Osborne gets it back to Lee, back to Osborne, he'll drive. Good job to hang in the air, but a little strong on the attempt. The Stags will push it ahead. Entry pass, almost stolen away by Jaden Wells, but Vincent Ordonez was able to take that back and put it in for two. We're going to get an
outlet.
Yeah, another outlet pass, another job. Good job by Ordonez to get into position to lay that up and in.
Quick 4 points right there to give the Stags a 4-point lead.
A good little run. Ball lost
turnover
by Golat. Ordonez going to make it. Oh, almost a 6-0 run by Ordonez by himself, but he missed the layup. Solomon Davis there to clean it up and make this a what should be a 6-point lead here. They have not updated the scoreboard yet, but it should be 40-34 right now.
That was some great basketball we just saw there. Great defense into great transition offense for the Stags.
Still waiting for them to update that scoreboard.
Yeah.
Well, if they don't put those other 2 points on there, Stags are going to have to make sure they don't give up that lead.
Yep.
Got 2:24 to go in the third quarter.
Still no change to that scoreboard.
DeMatha with a very strong start to the second half. They came in down by 3. Quickly went on a 6-0 run to get a 3-point lead. We've been tied a couple of times in this quarter. But right now, the Stags with either a 4 or 6-point lead. I'm still a little bit confused over that, but the scoreboard is reading 38-34, so we're going to go with that. Hopefully those other 2 points show up at some point for the Stags. Zach Law Gabriel passes off to C.J. Lee. Lee over to Jaden Wells. Across the court. A good look for 3, but a great job by Solomon Davis to close and block that shot out of bounds.
Davis really finding it, not only on offense, but now on defense.
That appeared to be an open look for Rasa Golat and the McNamara offense from 3.
The long arms.
They help. Tipped and out of bounds off the Stags. And we'll try another inbound from this side of the court.
Boyer definitely tried to show a little more hustle there, almost crashing into the coach.
Just 9 seconds on the shot clock, so McNamara doesn't have a ton of time to set something up, and DeMatha is going to run a press defense. Open look from 3, no good for Braylon Osborne. And on the putback, DeMatha comes down with the rebound. Ordonez inside, wide open, Solomon Davis. I don't know how you let him get that wide open.
Poor communication on defense.
Looked like Cooper Kupp on Sunday.
Speaking of Sunday, Mr. Puffett, what are your picks for the Super Bowl?
You know, I haven't decided quite yet. I got my podcast coming up tomorrow night where I and my podcast crewmates will make our official picks for the NFC and AFC championship games. I got to say, I'm feeling the 49ers right now. The 49ers defense looked really good this past week. They already beat the Rams 2 times in a row. And history says that when a team beats their division rival twice in the regular season and they face again in the playoffs, more often than not, they win that third game. Braylon Osborne misses from 3, and it's going to stay over here. That was a good job by number 10, Zach Law Gabriel, reaching around and knocking the ball off of his Stags opponent to keep it on this end of the court. As for the AFC, you know, that's going to be a really interesting matchup. The Bengals already beat the Chiefs once this season. Historically, it's not quite as damning for a team if they've lost once in the regular season and then go to play them in the postseason. That's a little bit more of a 50-50 situation, and the Chiefs have definitely been playing very well recently. Patrick Mahomes coming off his 2 best games of the year thus far. Stags working the ball, lost it. McNamara tries to take it away, and it's going to be a little bit back and forth. And a nice little Euro step for Solomon Davis.
That Stags bench is hyped. I'm a little hyped.
That was a terrific play by Solomon Davis. Braylon Osborne will try to get some points back, use the glass. I don't know if he called it, but counts just the same. 3 points, cuts the Stags lead in half. We're now down to 30 seconds left in this third quarter, 23 seconds on the shot clock.
Great
Jeremiah
isolation.
Boyer.
Great isolation right there. Like, I don't know what else to say about him.
That's just good court awareness. You don't see that very often from the freshman players, being able to make that spin and still know exactly where they are, where the glass is, get the correct angle off of it, and put it in the hoop.
And not only do you not see that too often from a freshman, but not from a freshman of his size.
No, very good finesse from Boyer, and he finished the 3-point play at the line. Makes this a 6-point lead once more. The shot clock is off. We'll see if McNamara decides to hold this and play for the last shot, try and make this a 4 or 3 point game.
Stags are forcing these guys to pass the ball around, try to find something, anything for the Mustangs. This Stags defense is just really on point right now.
Jaden Abraham lost the dribble there, but it was knocked out of bounds by the Stags. So McNamara has 4 seconds. 3, 2, floater off the backboard, no good. And that will bring us to the end of the third quarter play. DeMatha turns a 3-point halftime deficit into a 6-point lead at the end of the third quarter, and McNamara's got their work cut out for him now.
Yeah, like we said in halftime, the Stags are definitely not sleeping on these guys anymore. Definitely respected them a lot more and really coming out with great offensive intensity and defensive intensity. So it's great possessions. I'm still not over the Solomon Davis Euro step.
The Euro step, and then a couple plays later, that spin move and the layup off the glass by Jeremiah Boyer, followed by the free throw to finish the 3-point play. Those are 2 really nice moves here in these closing minutes of the third quarter.
By 2 great players who hopefully have great futures here as the DeMatha basketball players.
As we get set for this fourth quarter, be sure to stick right here on DM Stags TV on YouTube. The JV game will also be streamed live. It'll be a different link than the one you guys are on right now, but it'll be on the same channel. So keep an eye out for that. That game is scheduled to tip off at 5:45. We may be just a couple of minutes late. We got this game got started about 4 or 5 minutes after our scheduled tip-off.
Yeah, I look forward to that JV game. I've called a lot of those JV games.
Yeah, so you've gotten to know those players. You kind of know what they're skilled at. You don't have to stare down at the roster quite as much. I'm having to stare at the roster the whole time right now. I don't know any of these players. And I don't teach any freshmen, so that doesn't help me either. So we get this fourth quarter underway. McNamara starts with the ball. Abraham passes to Osborne, back to Abraham. Osborne going to spot up for a deep 3, and he nailed it. What a shot. Braylon Osborne, he's hit a couple of 3s here in this half. Hard entry pass by Ordonez. Couldn't quite get to it, but it is out of bounds, I believe, off McNamara. So DeMatha will inbound it and keep the ball on their side of the floor.
I believe that's actually a foul then to be called. Looks like that was a foul.
They might have. There was a double team there, and I think the defender might have tried to go through. I think it was Davis that he was trying to get it to. That's a turnover. McNamara into the corner. Came inside, and that was blocked by Jeremiah Boyer, who's going to take the ball up the court. And we're going to have a stoppage here. It looks like an off-ball foul against the Stags. Solomon Davis says, my bad. So
staying in the paint for too long.
Yep. So that's a turnover, and McNamara 3 points back. It's 45-42 here. A little bit less than a minute into the final quarter of play. Floater, no good, but a foul called. And Rasa Golat should be going to the line to shoot 2. An opportunity to cut this to a 1-point lead. First one, nothing but net.
Nice composure right there. Took his time.
Second free throw, high arc, a little too high, banged off the front of the rim, but McNamara got possession. That's going to be a jump ball, which means Stags ball. Stags have the possession arrow. Good job to tie that up, take away the opportunity to tie the game there. Ordonez working against Abraham. Passes to Boyer. That's a pretty shot right there.
Gave him the jab step, thought about the drive and said, nope, I'll take my 2 points from the jumper.
4-point lead for the Stags. Deep three, can he do it again? The net barely moved. Braylon Osborne is on fire. 2 deep threes here in the early minutes of this fourth quarter.
I'm starting to question whether Braylon Osborne's even a freshman at this point.
Boyer wanted to respond in kind, but off the front of the rim. McNamara down 1, a chance to take the lead. Passed out, Osborne again. No good, that's not quite a sweet spot. The corner threes have not been falling so far for Osborne. But anywhere else he shoots it from, he's deadly. McNamara keeps possession. Osborne gets it, an opportunity to drive. Couldn't quite get the finish.
That's a tough finish on a hop step right there.
It is. On the other end, rims out. McNamara again driving down the floor. Golot thought about taking himself, and I thought they might be about to call traveling, but instead that's a foul on the Stags. That's their second team foul of the half.
Definitely a different picture here from a foul sense than we saw in the first half.
Yeah, no, neither team in foul trouble at all right now. What hustle by Osborne, getting that ball for his team. And Golot able to finish off the backboard. Somebody's got to start calling those. We can't let that go without calling backboard. Mustangs now have a 1-point lead. It's 48-47. Five minutes, 15 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. Tightly contested game. He tried it again, but once again, no good by Boyer from 3. Foul called. And that was against Solomon Davis. So that should now be 3 team fouls against the Stags, I believe. You know, we never did get those 2 points that we were supposed to have from the third quarter.
Technically, the Stags should be up by 1. But scoreboard
unless I just badly miscounted or they got ahead of themselves on one of those baskets. Which is possible. I'm focusing more on what's happening on the court than I am staring at the scoreboard, but still, I feel like I can keep track of 6 points.
Yep.
Somebody will have to go and rewind and check and see if that was the case. If we did, if we are missing 2 ghost points, or if you and I were imagining that, Deshaun. I don't think I was, but certainly don't think both of us were. But maybe. 5 minutes, 6 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Stags trailing by 1. And that was, in fact, a foul against Solomon Davis. So 3 team fouls now against the Stags. McNamara not wasting any time inside, and 2 points for number 22, Javaris Lassiter.
Yeah, the Stags took too much time trying to set up that defense.
Dylan McKelvey stepped into that 3. Wasn't really set properly. No good on the attempt. McNamara looking to stretch that lead. Deep 3, Osborne, no good. But Mustangs will get the ball back. McKelvey out of position to rebound it, and it went right to Golot. Rasa Golot driving, tipped, and it looks like they're calling that goaltending. I don't think the ball was above the rim there.
No, I definitely don't.
I don't think that Boyer got quite that high, but they called it goaltending against the Stags, so that's 2 points, and now a 5-point lead for the McNamara Mustangs.
Plenty of time left for this Stags freshman team. I definitely wouldn't panic and try to force something.
Ordonez working against Abraham. Passes off. 3 ball, short. And that's going to stay with the Stags off of Golot. Tyler Stevens had a nice shot.
I think
it's an open look. Yeah, just missed it. It's going to happen, but it was the right shot. He got a clean look. You got to take that. Vincent Ordonez inbounding. Gets it in. Staggs going to try and drive. Stevens no good, and that is rebounded by Lassiter.
Forced up a tough shot right there.
Inside of 4 minutes to go in the half now. Midway through this final quarter. And that's going to be a loose ball and out of bounds off McNamara. Some inadvertent contact, lower body contact between Zach Thomas and Jaden Abraham. And the McNamara freshman lost the ball.
I don't know. I think Abraham might have just tripped over himself right there.
Might have. Boyer working, no good. A lot of arms up down in the paint. Stags need to try and find some better looks. Osborne high, no good, but fouled. Boyer sends him to the line. Braylon Osborne, we'll get a chance to see him shoot some foul shots here.
Yeah, he's been on target from 3. See if he's on target from the line.
Yep, 9 points from beyond the arc for Braylon Osborne in this half. And he makes the first free throw. It's a 6-point McNamara lead now. And he makes the second.
Guess he's on target.
DeMatha has got to get something going here. That's going to be deflected out of bounds by Golot. Stay with DeMatha. The shots have not been falling in this quarter for DeMatha. They've got to find an open, easy look. Oh, probably had an entry pass there to Taylor, or to Thomas rather. But a great job by Solomon Davis to get in and score anyway. It was a much needed bucket for the Stags. Saved by McNamara. And stolen away now. Davis trying to control the ball. Got to get in there, and that's going to be, I think McNamara wanted the jump ball there. Probably could have gotten it, but they're going to call a reach-in foul against Javaris Lassiter. That'll stay with the Stags.
Referees definitely owed Davis a foul there, as he was fouled on the drive, but it wasn't called.
Spot up 3, no good by Ordonez. And Thomas able to rebound it. Passes in and out for Tyler Stevens. Remains a 5-point game here. 2.5 minutes approaching in the fourth quarter. Rasa Golot drives, gets the open look, but misses, gets his own rebound, tries to pass it off. And the pass was not quite on target to Lassiter, but Lassiter able to find it and put it in the bucket.
Looks like Boyer just had bad positioning on that rebound. Wasn't able to even get a fingertip on it.
And not a good pass. McNamara takes it away. Good move in the air by number 10, Zach Law Gabriel. Hesitated, held onto the ball, and then put it in the bucket. Braylon Osborne getting active on defense, knocks that one out of bounds. Deshaun, as good as that third quarter was for the Stags, this fourth quarter has not been kind to them. Now trailing by 9, and they've got to get a bucket here. A 3 would be great, but you got to put it in the rim.
Yep. Definitely showing signs of the first quarter. A lot of turnovers, bad ball control, and just not making shots.
So get a stoppage in play here while both teams will talk about it. McNamara is certainly happy in their huddle. And DeMatha's got their work cut out for them. Only 1:42 left, and they trail by 9. It's a tall order.
I believe in this Stags freshman team.
Never want to count anybody out, for sure. These guys showed a lot of fight after being down by 10 points in that first half. Came back and made it a 3-point game at halftime.
They've done it before. Let's see if they can do it again. I'll
remind you that after this game, Approximately 5:45 tip-off for the JV Stags. That game will also be streamed right here on DM Stags TV on YouTube. And then later tonight, you can catch myself and Mr. Neil Murphy. We'll be calling the varsity game against the undefeated McNamara Mustangs. Their varsity team is 11-0 and coming off of big wins against O'Connell and Gonzaga. That game will be streamed live over on the DeMatha Catholic High School Facebook page. You do not need Facebook to tune in. You can just search DeMatha Catholic High School on Google, go to the page, and you'll see the live video. That stream will start at approximately 7:20 p.m. DeMatha with some tight defense. They got one bucket. They're going to get another one here. Nice job. Solomon Davis right there where he needed to be. And DeMatha getting active, saves it. No, McNamara able to find it and get back on it. Nice job by Abraham to find it, but then he throws it away. DeMatha driving, Boyer in and one. I think you called it, Deshaun. I believe you had that. Some really active defense by the Stags, and now an opportunity to make a 9-point lead evaporate into just a 2-point lead for McNamara in less than 20 seconds.
I definitely think on both possessions right there for McNamara where they turned the ball over, they made the same mistake twice. Clearly the Stags were in a press right there.
And I believe that would have been a lane violation on Rasa Golot, but
Indeed.
No matter, Boyer able to put the ball in the hoop from the free throw line, makes it a 2-point lead. And let's see Stags defense, and that's going to be a foul on Boyer. He left his feet and landed right on top of Abraham. That's now 5 team fouls, I believe, against both squads. So still a foul to give for the Stags. They have a little bit of room to be aggressive here before they start potentially giving up free throws. Not that giving up a 1-and-1 is the end of the world, but Jaden Osborne gonna get it. Passes it off to Abraham. Jaden Abraham. Working it around. This is Lassiter inside. No good. DeMatha with the rebound.
That was the stop they needed. Now they need to slow the pace down. Try to find a way to either take the lead or tie this game up.
They've got to get their shot out for 3. No good, and nobody there to rebound for the Stags. McNamara takes possession, and they're going to slow that down a little bit, and we've got a foul against number 11, Tyler Stevens.
It looks like the team wanted him to explain that foul a bit as they thought that it wasn't the proper time yet.
No, you don't need to foul just yet. And the problem with that foul now, Deshaun, is that it reset the shot clock back to 30 seconds, unless that was an error. And the official is going over to talk to them at the scores table. It's possible that they were not supposed to reset it to 30. Yep, there you go. So reset it to 20 seconds. So we do have about a 14-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. So definitely do not need to foul here if you're the Stags. You just need to play some good defense. Lassiter lost it. DeMatha with the ball. And 2 points for number 20, Jeremiah Boyer, ties the game with 24.6 to go.
Take it by yourself, big fella. Take it by yourself.
This is not a capacity crowd here today, but they sure sound like one.
They sure do. Student section is absolutely loving that finish right there.
So what do you do here, Deshaun? Shot clock is off. It's a tie game. What do you do defensively? Do you just focus on stopping the ball, keeping it out of the bucket?
I definitely think that. I expect McNamara to take their time, possibly even run down this shot clock till they have the final shot right there and try to win this game. And on the Stags defensively side,
how aggressive do you play this defensively? Do you really try and force them to make some bad passes? That's been working so far in this last minute and a half stretch.
I think you want to play aggressive but not too aggressive because I do believe they're one foul away from the bonus.
Good point. Let's see what happens. It's not up to us, it's up to the coaches and the players. 24.6 seconds on the game clock, tied at 58. DeMatha was down by 9 just over a minute ago. And hard fall, but a good effort to try and take that away. Couldn't get there. DeMatha playing close. Some tight defense, 11 seconds, 10 seconds now for McNamara. Abraham trying to get his guys where they need to be. Osborne going to take the 3. Off the backboard, no good. And DeMatha gets the final shot, and it's no good. Short, and we will see some overtime here, ladies and gentlemen. What a final minute and a half of play by DeMatha, erasing a 9-point deficit. And the JV guys, they've come out ready to shoot around, but they're going to have to wait.
Yep. Got some more freshman basketball here. I cannot lie to you, Mr. Puffin. When the stats came back and before we started this fourth quarter, I was really hoping we'd see some overtime basketball. I'm not going to lie. I was really excited to see these guys stay on the floor.
Hopefully this won't push our other game times back too much. I do want to get home at a reasonable hour. Not to mention, Facebook can be a little bit frustrating. Sometimes, if you're a little bit late starting the stream, it keeps it up for 5 minutes. But if you miss that 5-minute window to start it, then that link is dead forever, and you have to create a whole new one. And, we've had to do that before, but it's always a bit of an annoyance because everybody's, ready to watch on that link. And then they have to search and find, okay, are they still streaming it? Is it somewhere else? Hopefully our fans are used to it by now. They know to look for it if it's not there. But we'll see if that actually becomes an issue. A lot of times the later games will be pushed up just a little bit. But, the varsity teams, they like to have their full shoot around. They really want to have the same, everything that they're used to having in their pregame. They don't want to have any differences. But we're going to get some free basketball here, ladies and gentlemen. 4 minutes on the game clock. And hopefully in that time, we will have a winner. The foul situation remains the same. They do not reset as we head into this extra period of play. 6 team fouls on both sides, so none to give. 1 foul on either side will put the other team into the bonus, which will mean a 1-and-1 situation if it is not a shooting foul.
Have to play smart defense here. Aggressiveness is probably the one thing that could really hurt you.
DeMatha wins the opening tip of this overtime period. Got a little bit of space, but couldn't put it down. Now it's Solomon Davis trying to keep that hot hand going. Jaden Abraham passes off. Golot, good pass, no good, but a foul. And that should send Lassiter to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
I don't know if you saw that, but that was a bit of a no-look pass right there.
It was. Golot's been making a few of those today. No good on the free throw. And Solomon Davis down there trying to get some of these students more energized. Like, come on, clap, try and distract him. Make him miss another one. He does miss another one. This one's short off the front of the rim. Vincent Ordonez takes it all the way himself, and he puts it in over Jaden Abraham. Abraham will bring this one up the floor, under 3.5. DeMatha leads 60-58. Abraham passes off to Golot. Golot driving. He got an opening and put it in. Nice finish. Just no help defense on that drive. Pardon me. Ordonez. Crossover, lost it. And Golot on the other end is able to put it in and give McNamara a 2-point lead now. Spin move by Solomon Davis. He drove and then lost it off his own knee. Out of bounds. Yep, McNamara will take the ball here. Osborne to inbound. overshot his receiver. DeMatha takes the ball back. This is Tyler Stevens out to Ordonez. He'll pass it out to Jeremiah Boyer. Good pass inside. Solomon Davis, can he finish? No. Lassiter with the rebound for McNamara.
Davis will definitely be kicking himself for that one.
And that's a 10-second violation. You got to get the ball across that half-court line, and Abraham did not, so DeMatha takes possession. Another opportunity to tie this game up. 62-60. McNamara with the lead. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining in this overtime period. Ordonez, not quite open enough, but he'll pass it out. And once again, poor Tyler Stevens just cannot get a break. That's 3 times that he has taken a shot from 3, and it has gone in and out of the rim. Rasa Golat, ooh, what a pass. But Lassiter could not finish inside. That's going to be out of bounds, stays with DeMatha. Tyler Stevens will inbound. Gets it to Solomon Davis. Passes to Boyer. Jeremiah Boyer for 3! And a timeout taken by the Stags. It's a 1-point game now. What a terrific shot by Jeremiah Boyer to give the Stags a 63-62 lead. We're inside of a minute and a half.
Yeah, I was questioning whether he can make those or not, as he's taken a lot of those threes tonight. He's clearly answering my question.
Doesn't matter if you miss them early, if you make them in crunch time.
Indeed, that is very true.
Just as long as the early misses don't, mean that your team doesn't get to play in crunch time. I'll just add that one amendment to that statement. I still really want to know about those 2 ghost points that I thought we should have had, because that would have meant we wouldn't even have to play overtime.
The mystery continues.
I'm very curious. Did I goof up my math? I'm known to do that on my podcast, but usually I'm really good at math outside of that venue. McNamara to inbound, 1:26 on the clock. Osborne pushing it up court, open look for Lassiter, and he'll finish. Gives McNamara the lead now, 1:16 to go.
That Stags defense just broke down on that play.
And we will get a foul, and that will set up a 1-and-1 opportunity for the Stags at the line. That's now 7 team fouls on both sides, both teams in the bonus, as Rasa Golat limping off to the bench.
You hate to see that.
Yeah, hopefully nothing too serious for the young man. He's played very well today. A lot of terrific passing by Golat. The no-look passes in particular have really wowed us.
Only need 1 to tie, 2 to take the lead.
Jeremiah Boyer does hit the first free throw, so he will get a second and an opportunity to give DeMatha the lead. Second free throw good as well. 1 minute, 12 seconds rather, to go in this overtime period. 65-64 is the score in favor of DeMatha right now. It's been a back and forth contest.
Looks like there's some confusion before. with who was coming in, who was coming out for the Stags.
McNamara has led by as much as 10 points. They've had 2 different leads of 9 points, but DeMatha has fought back both times. They forced an overtime period. Braylon Osborne no good, but Lassiter is there with the rebound and the putback, gives the lead to McNamara, 66-65, 45 seconds to go.
Talk about great hustle right there to get the rebound and then to put it back up to give your team the lead in crunch time.
Is he gonna do it again? Boyer no good, rebounded by the Stags underneath. That was Malachi Phillips who came in, but he's going to be called for a travel.
I don't know if that was the right call there, but I'm not the referee. Maybe he saw something different than I did. Definitely thought a jump ball would have been called.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there.
You know, Mr. Puffin, I'm a little stuck right now. I don't know whether the Stags should really be giving up a foul in this situation and possibly give the Mustangs a chance to go up by 3.
Yeah, that's a tough one right there, but I think in this situation, you got to play some press defense for sure. If you do foul, the good news is it's a 1-and-1 situation. So if they miss the first, they don't even get a chance to make it a 2-point game. So, play some press defense to start, try and force a turnover on one of these early passes. And then if that doesn't work, if they get it across half court, at that point, maybe you go ahead and foul and try and preserve some clock. Make sure you have some time to do what you need to do. Lassiter with the ball, he'll pass it to Abraham. And they're saying, go ahead and foul, foul. The coaches want to foul, but Ordonez is not fouling. He wants to get the ball. And DeMatha is going to not get possession. That's out on DeMatha, stays with McNamara. And now 13.2 seconds remaining, 11 seconds on the shot clock. You kind of have to foul at this point, I think. Try and force the turnover on the inbound, of course, but after that, you're running out of time. You cannot let them take the clock all the way down to 0 on the play clock, on the shot clock.
I do believe that the Stags, speaking of the Stags.
Can they get to it? Saved. And, oh, man, Solomon Davis was right there for it, but then a diving Zach Thomas knocks it out of bounds and gives it to McNamara.
Great hustle.
You got to hustle there. You can't count on your teammate to get to the ball, but, oh, man, so close.
The good thing is that I do believe the Stags do have a timeout left. So possibly a quick foul, go through the 1-and-1. The best thing that they can hope for is a miss just immediately and they get the rebound and call the timeout.
So we are going to have a JV game to follow this one right here on DM Stags TV on YouTube. Probably going to be giving the JV guys about 10 to 15 minutes or thereabouts to warm up. That's usually the minimum amount of time that they'll give them to warm up on the court, get some pregame shots up. So just stay tuned on our YouTube channel. We'll get that game coming for you as soon as they tip off. But right now, we've got 7.6 seconds left in overtime. It's 66-65 McNamara. McNamara will have the ball coming out of this timeout. 5 seconds on the shot clock, 7.6 seconds on the game clock. A lot going on here, Deshaun.
Yeah. I will say I do believe this is in my lifetime, 16 years of life. This is my first overtime basketball game that I've seen in person.
And it's been an exciting one, too. Yeah. A freshman level game, no less. How about that? Inbounded and foul. A quick foul by the Stags. So there will be no shot clock for the rest of this overtime period. And we will see a 1-and-1 situation for McNamara. And, of course, it's the guy that you don't want to see at the line if you're DeMatha, and exactly the fellow you want to have at the line if you are McNamara. As number 3, Braylon Osborne. He went 2 for 2 his last trip to the line. He's hit a few three-pointers here in this second half. He's been exceptional for the Mustangs.
As a fan, he's been exciting to watch, too.
Yeah, maybe not as a DeMatha fan, but as an objective observer,
yes,
absolutely. first free throw is good for Braylon Osborne. And that puts some pressure on the Stags. If he hits one more, it's going to make it a 3-point game. Osborne makes the second one, and we've got a timeout. Timeout by DeMatha. I believe that's their final timeout.
The good thing is that it's 6 seconds, so you do have some time to come up with something and try to get that tying three.
You're going to have to be very active on the inbound. You got to give your inbounder a target, and then you got to find an open guy up court and try and put yourself in a position where you're not taking that three to tie the game from half court or 25, 30 feet. And give yourself the best chance possible to knock this in and tie the game. McNamara ready to go. They know what they want to do. They know what they need to do. Only question now is, what can DeMatha draw up? We mentioned they were down by 9 points with about a minute and a half to go in the fourth quarter. Came back, tied it, sent it to this overtime period. They've had leads in this overtime period, but McNamara has hung around and now has a 3-point advantage. DeMatha has to travel the full length of the court. They've got to inbound from their own baseline. Inbounded, and DeMatha manages to get it. Ordonez passes. He's got to step back for three, and they had the shot. Solomon Davis put it up, but DeMatha misses. And McNamara will take the first game of this freshman JV varsity triple header on DM Stags TV. What did you think of that finish, Deshaun?
That's a heartbreaking finish as a Stags fan. But as a McNamara fan, you feel great getting out of there. Probably didn't want to go to another overtime. Definitely happy. Coaches would be happy with how both teams played. Especially for a freshman team to go into overtime like this and keep it close. And, the atmosphere here is just really great too.
So 3-point victory for McNamara. And we're going to go ahead and go off air. Right now they've got 9 minutes on the clock. So I'm assuming that means that they're going to try and get a very quick turnaround to start this JV game. We'll get a link up for that game right here on our DM Stags TV YouTube channel. And then later tonight, 7:30 tip-off, varsity Stags against the undefeated 11-0 McNamara Mustangs on the DeMatha Catholic High School Facebook page. Stay right here with DM Stags TV. We'll got you through this entire triple header.